Welcome to Chapter 8 for Business Math called Loans. This is Lesson 8.2, Installment Loans, Amount Financed. As always, make sure you're reading through the textbook. Go through the lesson. What vocabulary and concepts are they asking you to understand? And go through the examples. How are they completing it? And why? Not just how do I get through the calculation, but why am I multiplying these two numbers or adding these two numbers? Pay attention to the why. As we get to the end of the chapters, that really does start to matter, that you understand the little pieces of each calculation, because it's going to ask you to do basically a culminating activity toward the end of the chapter where we're going to have to use all of these pieces in one problem. So pay attention so you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. All right, so let's go ahead and read our summary here. An installment loan is repaid in several equal payments over a specified period of time. Usually you make a down payment to cover a portion of the cash price of the item. Sorry, I lost my place. The amount you financed is the portion of the cash price that you owe after making the down payment. And then they give us these two formulas here. So amount financed equals cash price minus down payment. Down payment equals cash price times percent. So depends on what they give us here in the equation. We might use one, we might use both. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at number one here. So Flora Quinton is buying a new air compressor for her auto repair shop. It sells for $1,299. She makes a down payment of $199 and finances the remainder. How much does she finance? So this is a very simple, just kind of subtraction problem here. What's the cash price? What's my down payment? Cash price was $1,299. My down payment, or her down payment, was $199. So I just have to subtract those, and that'll tell me the amount she financed. We're not looking to know how much she's paying in interest or, the total amount of the loan or anything like that. We're just looking, what is she going to finance? So she's going to finance $1,299 minus the $199 she put down. All right. I didn't finish that calculation, if you noticed. So just make sure you go through and finish that calculation for on your end. All right. So same idea on number two. No big deal here. We have a cash price and we have a down payment amount. So on the next one, number three, I believe it's the exact same thing. Yeah, so we end up with another cash price and then another discount towards the project. So they're not saying, sorry, not discount, down payment. They didn't say down payment on here, but it says if you pay this much towards the project, how much do you finance? Well, if you're paying that much toward it, consider that a down payment. All right, Alan Lewis purchased a new computer for his office using the store's installment credit plan. The computer cost $5,991.64. He made a 40% down payment. So now we're looking at this second equation. We don't know the down payment. They're not just telling us. We have to calculate what the down payment is. So for this one, we need to take our cash price and we need to multiply by the discount. Not discount, sorry, I keep saying discount. The down payment percent that they're giving us, which is 40%. And if you've been watching these videos, I definitely warn you on the percent sign idea. Make sure it's not, you don't type in 40 in your calculator and call it good. Some calculators do have the percent sign. Be careful on that one. It does work, but I've also noticed depending on the system you're using, whether it's, iPad, phone, computer, it does react differently. So pay attention to, what it is you're typing in. But you can always just take the decimal and move it 2 times. So instead of 40%, you have 0.40. That's the decimal you would type in. All right, so that will tell you, multiplying these two numbers will tell you what the down payment is. And then once you know what the down payment is, you simply subtract that. And I'm going to write down payment. I'm not going to do that calculation for you. Down payment. So you're going to subtract the down payment you just calculated here from the $5,991.64. And that will tell you how much he's going to finance. All right, let's move down here and take a look at the last couple. Exit out of that. All right, so this next one, we have Melvin Armijo purchased new carpet for $1,498.96, laminated flooring for $2,365.45, kitchen cabinets for $7,864.44, and a countertop for $936.12. So purchased quite a few different things here. The Home Supply Credit Plan requires a 15% down payment. So first, what is the total amount of purchases? So they ask us that. So he purchased new carpet, he purchased a laminated flooring, he purchased kitchen cabinets, and he purchased a countertop. Well, we need to total all of these. We just need to add them together. That'll tell us what the total is there. Once we know the total, I'm just going to write total here because I'm going to let you do that calculation there. You're just adding all of those charges up. And since we know it's a 15% down payment, for what is the down payment, we're going to take the total and we're going to multiply by 15% again. Be careful with the percentages. You want to make sure you type that in your calculator correctly, and that'll give you your down payment. And then once you have these two, you know what your total is, which you get by, again, literally just adding all of these pieces together. You get your down payment by multiplying by 15%. You're just going to subtract these two pieces to figure out how much is financed for Mr. Melvin there. All right, so the last one is a little different in the question that they ask us here. So Amanda and Charles Mercer want to remodel their coffee shop. They would like to finance part of the cost, but do not want the amount financed to be more than $10,000. The cost of remodeling the shop is $13,480. Determine how much they need for a down payment. So if they don't want it to be more than $10,000 for the amount financed, we simply just have to subtract the $1,000 from the amount that it's going to cost them. Okay, and that's what they need for their down payment. There is whatever amount is over $10,000. So that's, again, a pretty simple calculation there, and they won't be needing to finance that amount, right? All right. So will a 25% down payment be enough? So in this case, let's see, we have, so we know that they're going to need to do this and this down payment. So I want to make sure with this one, you don't want to do it off the 10,000. We want to do it off the full 13,480. We want to multiply this by 25%. So just be careful about that, because I have seen kind of students, well, it's only 10,000 being financed. That's what they want to finance. But now they need to know if they have 25% of the 13,480, is that enough to get them below 10,000? So you'll calculate this. This will tell you how much they need or how much they have. If they have 25%. And then you're going to subtract that from the 13,480. If it's above 10,000, nope, it's not enough because they don't want it to be above 10,000. If it's below 10,000, perfect, it's enough. So you just have to make that decision once you subtract this 25% amount from the 13,480. All right, well, I believe, yep, that's all for section 2. So I hope that helped, and I will see you in section 3.